Hello and welcome to day 4. So day 4 of the self-care hacks for my balanced babes was actually supposed to be around liver health and how you can support your liver through the festive season while you're carrying on and having fun and eating bad and doing all the good stuff. But in light of today, I attended the wake of someone very, very special to me, the grandmother of my daughter, really beautiful person, and she sadly passed away quite suddenly of cancer. The same cancer that killed my father exactly 3 years ago. So, forewarning, it's a very, very sensitive topic to me. It's a topic that I'm extremely passionate about. So, there may be some F-bombs actually. I already wrote the F word in the name of this video because I'm really, really passionate, and it's a message that I'm really, really passionate about sharing. So, if you don't already know what the Balanced Babes mission is, if you don't know what I'm all about and the whole reason I formed the Balanced Babes group, basically my purpose with the Balanced Babe group is to empower, educate and energize women to take a stand for themselves and their health, to take their health into their own hands and to be accountable for their lives. Because ultimately, no disease, and that including cancer, is bad luck. Everything that occurs in our body at a disease level is a result of stress at a cellular level, and that's the thing that I always tell you guys about. And that's all a direct result of the things we're putting in our body, the things we're putting on our bodies, the things we're exposing ourselves to, the foods we're eating, or the foods we're not eating. Stress levels. There's a lot of these things that are out of our control, absolutely. We can't control the pollution we're breathing in the air, and we can't control our genetics to a degree. Epigenetics will prove that wrong, as I often tell people. But the thing that you can control is how proactive you are about looking after your health. Because here's the thing. What are you going to do, and heaven forbid you never ever find yourself in this situation, but what are you going to do when you're sitting in your doctor's office or your specialist's office and you get the cancer diagnosis? And let's be honest, the cancer prognosis is pretty fucking shit. Survival rate of cancer, not really that flash. So what are you going to do if you get diagnosed with something like cancer? We've got to stop giving away our power to these specialists and doctors and expecting them to save our lives when we end up in a situation that's pretty shit, like with a terminal illness. Doctors are awesome. Medicine is awesome. I'm not anti-doctors and medicine or pharmaceuticals by any means. I ended up having a Cat 1 emergency cesarean. If I didn't have that, my baby would have died, and I probably would have died. So I'm so grateful. I have so much gratitude for the medical system and the advances in technology that allow us to save lives in that emergency situation. My stance is that we as the human population, we're abusing our right to pharmaceutical medicine. We're overusing them, and we're just completely oblivious to the long-term side effects of these quick fix interventions. And if we relate it back to, the Balanced Babes mission and the group of women that I plan to educate and work with, is really from puberty right through to menopause of those hormonal years. And so the most common thing that women are fronting up to see their GP for is something as simple as period pain. I've got period pain, so you go see your doctor and they'll prescribe the only tool in their toolbox that they've been trained to use. So that's all they can do, and that's the oral contraceptive pill. And so we take it and we blindly take it, and usually it will make the pain go away. So that's kind of awesome, but it's not awesome because we're completely ignoring the cause of what started that period pain in the beginning. And the thing that started that is an underlying hormonal imbalance. And it's the same with any disease, not just hormone-related things. It's cancer as well. We know what causes cancer. It's stress, it's a poor diet, it's exposure to excess toxicity, it's trauma in our life, it's smoking, it's, exposure to radiation and Wi-Fi and all these things. Again, some things we can't control, but there's things we can do to protect ourselves from these things, to counteract the damaging effects. So we have to take a stand for ourselves. We have to ask questions. When our doctor prescribes us something, we have to go, all right, maybe I want to do this in the short term to fix the symptom, but I'm still going to look behind it and ask as many questions. I'm going to read the insert label of the drug that I'm being prescribed and look at the side effects and look at the consequences it's going to have in my body. Then see what I can do in my life to counteract that. And it could be as simple as drinking more water or eating more vitamins and more antioxidants or taking a supplement, something to help counteract it. But the point is, it's your job to do that. It's not your job, your doctor's job, to tell you everything you need to know about health and save you, because doctors are trained to fix symptoms, which is awesome because no one wants to feel shit. So if you can go to your doctor and get a drug to make you feel better, well, that's great, but it's not great in the long run. This is the problem. This is why we have cancer rates that are soaring, because people are not thinking about the long-term effects of the things that we are putting in our bodies. Okay? I mean, there's so much information and knowledge out there. We look at the rising dementia and Alzheimer's disease, and that's one of the things that's causing this amyloid protein that's building up in plaque, that's building up in our brain, is a diet high in gluten. Okay, you're not going to get that told that by your GP, but there are a lot of nutritionists out there and blogs and websites and information that are going to tell you that information. So it is your job to research, ask questions, get active in the Balanced Babes group. I'm here to help you and educate you. That's what I want to do. That's my purpose in life. You know, read blogs, see multiple doctors, see multiple practitioners in different modalities. That is your job. That is your responsibility. It is not your doctor's job to fix you. It is not my job to fix you. It is my job to educate, inspire, empower you so that you can make decisions that are beneficial for you. Because, like I said, you do not want to end up down that road where you're giving a terminal diagnosis and then think, well, fuck, maybe I should have paid a bit more attention to what I could have been doing my entire 30, 40 years existence of my life. Because cancer doesn't just happen to old people. Cancer happens to young people. 500,000 women a year die of breast cancer. That's fucked, okay? Because these women, they're mothers, their partners, their wives, their sisters, their best friends. It's fucked. It is a lifestyle condition. I know I'm shaking the camera everywhere, sorry. I need to buy a selfie stick. But my point is, you owe it to yourself and your friends and your family to take care of your body and your life, because it's no one else's responsibility but yours. And so we can't keep blaming it on other things. We can't just say, oh, it's bad luck, it's not fair, I got cancer. Because it's ultimately a result of the accumulation of the things you're putting in your body and the thoughts you're having and the lifestyle you're living. So educate yourself so that you can make changes. And to be healthy isn't hard work. Like, I mean, you all know, I live a pretty balanced life. I enjoy chocolate. I do what I, you don't have to be a complete health freak to look after yourself. You just have to do little things every day to support yourselves. So what is your cancer prevention strategy? Like, what things do you do on a day-to-day basis that are protecting you from getting cancer? Cancer, which is now affecting 1 in 3 people. What are you doing? I know I personally do 3 or 4 enemas a week, and I take my Balanced Babe Release Me powder because it's amazing, alkalizing the body, which we know cancer can't exist or disease can't exist in an alkaline body. Also repairs DNA and supports the liver health. So, I do those 2 basic things. I do a whole lot of other things as well, which I'm happy to share. Ask questions, get involved. I'm here to support you. I'm here to show you how to protect your body, because it's the end game. Focus on the end game. I know I go on and on about in Balanced Babes about having clear skin and having the body of your dreams and all that sort of superficial stuff. And that's all important stuff because it's all part of your life and feeling good. But ultimately, the end game is, how long do you want to live for? How well do you want to feel through those years? These are the important things. These are why I educate women. I do not want 500,000 women a year dying of breast cancer. That is a preventable disease, okay? So please, please, please answer questions, okay? Share your stories, share this video, and let's educate the masses. I'm sorry if I've sounded harsh in any way. I'm obviously emotional based on being at the funeral today, but this is what drives me. I want to save lives, okay? And I can only do so much. It's your responsibility to be on the other side of it and do what you need to do to protect your body. So basically, your self-care hack for today is just start giving a fuck about yourself. Start prioritizing health. It doesn't mean you have to completely change your lifestyle. It just means you have to start doing something every day. All right, guys, I love you, and that's why I share this stuff. So talk soon.